Welcome to the really, really early show. Now it's time to meet your aunt, the Strangeling. So he put it in his mouth and pretended it was a cigar.
That's disgusting.
You two ready?
Yeah.
We are ready.
Hello, the aliens. Welcome to the really, really early show.
Now I don't want to repeat it last time, alright?
I'd keep blaming me for that. You're the one who thought it was a good idea to bring a three-legged blind chihuahua on the stage.
Because you're the one who thought it was a good idea to squeak the squeak toy behind me.
That was just a joke.
Well, I didn't think it was very funny. I only just come out of the vets.
Neither did I.
Cool, you were there for that long, were you? You know, I've been wondering, do you know what they call a deer with no eyes?
I got no idea, mate. Why?
Well, I was just wondering if we call them blind or short-sighted.
Unlucky, I guess. I don't know. Can't you just concentrate on your lines instead of thinking rubbish?
Yeah, I suppose you're right, mate. Come, let's get on with it.
Ladies and gentlemen!
Give me a round of applause for them strangelings.
Woo! Thank you, the Strangeling!
Welcome to the show, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, have we got a show for you tonight?
Go have we?
Tonight, we're going into space.
What's that?
Oh, Mr. Announcer, mate. Mr. Announcer, what are you doing,
You
mate?
still here? You done your bit. It's our turn now. It's time for you to go home.
Oh, sorry. I thought I could do the rest of the show. No, you just do the start of the show, and then we're not needed anymore, and we do the rest of it. That's my bit, telling them all about the show. What about telling everyone to be funny? You're trying to be funny, everyone. Laugh now! They don't need to be told when to laugh. They know when I'm being funny.
We have a sign for that.
You have a sign? Oh, yeah, the sign. I don't even know where I got that.
It's cheaper.
What about at the end? Get out, everybody. The show is over. And take your rubbish with you. Nah.
We don't want to scare them home.
Oh, well, I'll just go then, shall I? Alright, mate. Yeah. I'll see you later then. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Toodle pip, bro. Bye-bye.
Oh, okay then. Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Mr. Announcer. Yay!
Sounds like the audience want me to say.
Nah, they're just doing what the sign says. Bye, Mr. Announcer. Yay!
Oh, they're just doing what the stupid sign says, are they? Okay then. Well, I'll see you next time now. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Right, hello ladies and gentlemen. I've never known what to tip away are. Don't put light bulbs in your back pocket. That's a good tip, I guess.
What are you doing? You've forgotten your lines, haven't you?
No, I haven't forgotten my lines. Have you ever had a security alert from your email provider? I did. It said someone with an iPhone from London was trying to access your account. Was it you? Well, I have an iPhone and I live in London, but so do 50 million other people. Can it be more specific?
What is it? You're always doing this.
I've forgotten the name of that alien geezer. It's all space agey and weird. A bear and a rabbit went for a poo in the woods. The bear said, Mr. Rabbit, when you go to the toilet, does all the poo stick to your fur? Mr. Rabbit said, no. So the bear picked him up and wiped his bum with him.
this, Alan.
Oh yeah, that's it. Cheers, mate. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's enough of that. On with the show.
Because we've got a special friend who's come from a very long way.
And his name is Alan. Alan, hello, Alan, can you hear me? What, mate? I thought you spoke English. I can't understand what you're saying.
There's no need to be like that. I'm trying to translate for you.
Greetings, Earthlings. That's
Oh yeah,
better.
that's better now. I can understand now. Alright, Alan, how you doing, mate?
Sorry, that was my translator. Hello, Seymour.
Alan, say hello to our audience and say hello to our band.
Hello, audience. Hello, audience. Greetings, band. And me.
Oh yeah, and don't forget to say hello to my friend, Arthur Brain.
Hello, Arthur. Hi, Alan.
So Alan, mate, Alan, tell us about yourself.
Where have you come from? How far is it? The galaxy I come from is 2 galaxies west from Andromeda.
What's Andromeda?
Duh, that's our neighbouring galaxy.
How did you get here? How did your rocket ship get you here?
Our rocket has a dark matter engine. 1 tablespoon was enough to get us here.
So what about your home planet? What's that like? Tell us about your home planet, I'd love to know.
On my planet we have seas of liquid methane. Weird. And we don't have as much gravity on our planet as you do on yours, so we live in the clouds. To us they're not clouds, they're where we live. They're like your cities and towns. We breathe in methane like you breathe in oxygen. To us oxygen is highly poisonous.
Cool, sounds interesting. Sounds much different to our planet. Cool, I'd love to see it.
So would I.
Nice to see all our movies weren't wrong. There really is little green men out there.
Yeah, I was surprised you look like that. This isn't what I look like. I just chose this film because from my research, this is what you expect to see. I look more like what you would call smoke. Like smoke, eh? I'm not smoke, it's just the best way to describe me.
If you're like smoke, then how are you born?
I'm born in the hot vents at the bottom of the liquid methane ocean. The vents heat us up and we rise up out of the ocean. The first day we remember being born is rising out of the ocean and rising up and seeing our families.
Anyway, Alan, that's enough about you.
You come here to show us the solar system.
So, what are you going to show us?
Well, first up is the planet Mercury.
Yeah, we're obviously going to start off with the sun, aren't you, mate?
No, I can't get to the sun. Everything will melt. All my rocket ships, all my instruments, everything.
What do you mean you ain't going to show us the sun? What sort of tour is this? We want to see the sun first, mate.
That's a star. He's showing us the planets, you donut. Well, I said I'll show you the planets, and the sun is a star. So I'm going to show you Mercury, the planet.
Oh yeah, go on then, just show us Mercury, don't show us the sun at all then. Does anyone know what a spaceman's favourite chocolate bar is?
Monte Carlo,
Milky Way.
Galaxy.
No, it's Bounty.
That's got nothing to do with space.
We said all this chocolate bars to do with space. I ran out, so I just picked one. Anyway, Alan, you get to Mercury.
And we will see you. Hello, Alan. Are you at Mercury? Yes, I am at Mercury.
Because we are.
Well, this is Mercury, which is the closest planet to the Sun, which is a star.
What, Mercury's a star? But I thought you were just going to show us the planets.
No, the Sun's a star and Mercury's a planet.
Oh, the sun's a star, but Mercury's a planet, right? Yeah, sorry, I misunderstood.
Mercury is covered in craters like your moon. Early on in its life it got bombarded by meteors. Because it has no atmosphere, it has no wind or rain, and all the craters have been sitting there for at least 3,000 years. All your scientists study the craters to see what happens early on in the universe. Mercury has an unusual orbit. A year on Mercury is 88 days long, but it rotates so slowly, a day is 3 to 6 months long. 1974 was the first time your planet got to see what Mercury looked like. The Mariner 10 mission flew past Mercury and got its first photograph. But sadly, the planet rotated so slowly, your scientist done 3 flybys of the planet, but got the same side of the planet each time. Mercury has a massive iron core, very big for such a small planet. All your scientists think something smashed into Mercury early on in its life and smashed half the planet away. Mercury is very hard to get to. Because it's so close to the sun, the heat of the sun can make all the instruments and the spaceship melt, and because of the sun's gravitational pull. On Mercury, the sun would be very big and take up most of the sky. It's 840 degrees on Mercury. All metals would turn to liquid. On the dark side of Mercury, it's minus 270 degrees, and there's ice in the craters. Well, that's Mercury, everyone. Next up, Venus. This is Venus, everyone! Venus is considered to be Earth's twin planet. It formed 4.5 billion years ago, the same time as the Earth. Venus and Earth formed next to each other. They're similar sizes, and it's covered in clouds. And Venus used to have an ocean, the same as Earth. All your scientists think it was too close to the Sun, and that's why it's a planet it is today. Early on in Venus's and Earth's life, they got bombarded by meteors. While this bombardment was happening, Venus and Earth exchanged materials. Some of Venus fell on Earth, and some of Earth fell on Venus. Because life started so early on Earth, while this exchange of materials was going on, early microbial life could have been exchanged. There could still be life on Venus now in all the rocks. Venus rotates backwards and very, very slowly. The sun rises in the west and sets in the east. A year on Venus is 225 days, but a day is 243 days. Clouds are made up of carbon dioxide. Earth has the same amount of carbon dioxide, but it's tied up in the reefs and rocks. On Venus, it's in the clouds and in the air. While the people you called Americans were trying to get to the moon, the other people you call Russians were trying to get to Venus. They tried many times, but because of the crushing pressures on Venus, they kept losing their probes in the atmosphere. And finally, in 1975, they made it. They got their first picture of another planet. 7 years later, they got their first colour picture of Venus. On Venus, the skies are red and orange. It has a volcanic landscape. It's covered in over 14,000 volcanoes, some very, very big and some very, very small. And it has no tectonic plates. Because it has no tectonic plates, every 500 million years, Venus has a massive explosion on the inside. On Venus, everything would melt, and because of the crushing pressures, spacemen would need a special suit to protect them. Well, that's Venus, everybody. Next up, your home planet, Earth.
You have a phone call from NASA. You made me jump. What are you still doing here? Well, I was just in the canteen getting something to eat, and the phone rang, so I thought I'd answer it. And there was NASA on the line for you. Alright, thanks for letting me know. Do you want me to hang around just in case anyone else phones for you? No, you can go home, mate.
Okay, thank you. Bye then.
Are you sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure, mate. Okay, I'll go home. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, audience. Goodbye, there. Goodbye, Alan. Goodbye, little crap thing. And goodbye, little ratty creature. Alright, yeah, I'll see you later, mate. Alright, bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, Mr.
So long, then. Farewell. Hello, Mr. NASA Man. How are you doing?
Oh, hello, Seymour. How are you doing? I was wondering if I could speak to Alan.
Yeah, of course you can speak to him. Of course you can. Yeah. Go ahead, mate. Go on, speak to him.
Hello, Alan the alien. How are you doing? I hope you're well.
Hello, Mr. NASA Guy. I'm very well, thank you.
Hi, Alan. Yeah, I thought I'd give you a quick phone call. Because the planet you described you come from, we have a planet like that in our solar system. Well, it's not actually a planet, it's a moon. It's a moon called Titan. It's one of Saturn's moons.
Oh, really? That sounds very interesting. Saturn's one of the gas giants we'll be visiting.
Yeah, I know. That's why I thought I'd ring and let you know.
Titan, you say? Oh, I'll have to go and check it out after the show. Yeah, thanks a lot for that. If there's anything I can help you with,
Well,
let
there
me
is
know.
something you could help us with. On Saturn, there's a strange anomaly. We don't know what it is. It's a strange hexagonal shape. We think it's waves, but we're not too sure.
Can we see this strange anomaly?
I thought anomaly was like a board game.
No, you're thinking of Guess Who.
Alright. Yeah, studio, go on, bring us up a picture.
Oh yes, that's a multiplex.
A multiplex?
Yeah, it has like cinemas, bowling, laser quest, lots of shops, that kind of thing.
Oh, maybe we'll start getting the probes to bring us back stuff from there, instead of the boring old rocks we normally bring back. So, Alan, have you met any other species, other than the people on Earth and you lot?
What do you mean, people?
Sorry, I mean all the species on Earth.
Only you, us, and the Cellarites and the Dark Lord. Hopefully your paths won't cross with them. They destroy 3 planets in our solar system. That's why I'm out here trying to find us a new home.
Yeah, sadly we came across one of them in another show. There's a slight misunderstanding where they think we're gonna mine one of their planets, but it's actually a film that they seen that we made in 1964. So now they're coming to destroy us.
Oh no, when are they gonna be here?
By our calculations, in 54 years.
That's a shame. We had a misunderstanding too. When we met them, we invited them over for a banquet of fish and chips. 'Cause of the special occasion, we thought we'd garnish the fish and chips with lemon. But what we didn't realise is that in their world, fish and chips mean peace, but garnished with lemon means war. They've been trying to destroy us ever since.
Well, they sound like a right bunch of meanies. Well, Alan, it's been really nice speaking to you. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, Mr. NASA Guy.
See you later, nice guy.
Bye-bye, NASA guy. Goodbye, NASA guy.
Goodbye, Mr. NASA Guy. Well, this is Earth. Earth is ill.
Hold up, bruv.
It has a disease on it called humans. Oh hey, humans spread rapidly and they're getting contagious and going to the other planets. And all the planets are getting nervous and staying away from Earth because they don't want to catch humans.
He's proper roasting us.
I was only joking. Sorry, I didn't mean any offense. I was just joking, just messing around. Well, we're all fam here, bruv.
Yeah, you're dissing them, you're dissing us too.
No, Earth is quite an amazing planet. We were shocked when we scanned it to see how many different life forms there are on here. Is there much other life on your planet? No, there's just us on our planet. So much life on Earth because of the water, and because you're in the right place from the sun. Venus is too close, so it got too hot, and Mars is too small. It has tectonic plates, which make mountains and help keep the planet at the right temperature. And so far, you're the only planet to have oxygen on it. Your friends, the humans, got so intelligent by cooking their food. They use fire to cook their food, which needs oxygen to burn. What, you mean elsewhere they might not be such a bunch of smarty pants?
What? What's cooking food got to do with their breathing?
No. The humans use fire to cook their food. Fire uses oxygen to burn. But if they're on a planet with no oxygen, they won't be able to make the fire to cook their food. Which means they wouldn't be able to get as intelligent as they are on this planet.
But what about breathing oxygen? Wouldn't they suffocate if there was a planet with no oxygen?
You might have humans that could breathe another gas instead of oxygen, but they won't be able to make fire to cook their food, so they definitely wouldn't be so intelligent.
I don't think they're intelligent. I just think they're lazy. They're always coming up with these weird contraptions so they don't have to do anything.
Anyway, that's your home planet Earth. You want to know any more? Go out and have a look around. Next up is Mars. This is Mars. Mars is Earth's twin planet.
What? So, is Mars like the brother?
I don't think planets are boys and girls.
So, who's the mum and dad?
The Big Bang, I guess. I don't know.
Wouldn't it be gravity?
Oh man, I don't know. Can't we just get on with it?
Just wondering is all.
Mars is your most visited planet. You know a lot about Mars. You've got a lot of satellites flying around Mars, scanning the planets, and you have a lot of rovers driving around Mars, investigating the rocks. Mars is another planet that is similar to your Earth, but as we found out earlier, it was too small, plus it's too far away from the Sun. It only takes a couple of weeks to drive around Mars. It is made of rock, and it has the biggest mountain in the universe, Olympus Mons. It has a canyon similar to your Grand Canyon, but it's so big, if you're standing on one side of it, you wouldn't be able to see the other side. It used to have an ocean, the same as Venus and Earth, but no one knows what's happened to this ocean now. It spins a similar speed to Earth. A day is only 1 hour longer. Early on in the universe, a lot of the planets were having bombardment from meteors. While Mars was going through its bombardment period, it exchanged materials with Earth, similar to Venus. Because life started so early on Earth, while this exchange was going on, the early microbial life that started on Earth could be on Mars, tied up in all the rocks. Mars is in the warm habitable zone, the same as Earth. It has polar caps, the same as Earth. And it has a similar tilt, the same as Earth. And similar variations in temperature. It used to have an atmosphere and a warm liquid ocean. Where Mars is different is in its orbit. A year is 687 days, instead of a year on Earth is 365 days. Well, that's Mars, everyone. Next up is the gas giant, Jupiter. This is Jupiter. Jupiter is the biggest planet in the solar system. It's a gas giant. But because Jupiter is made of helium, it would float on water. It has no surface, it is all just made of gas. Jupiter has an atmosphere and it is covered in clouds. The first layer of clouds is ammonia. The second layer of clouds is ammonia and sulfur. The third layer of clouds is H2O, which is water. Jupiter has a massive storm on it that has been raging for over 800 years. So big it's the same size as the Earth. Jupiter has 3 black, faint rings. It has 4 big moons and over 62 small moons. Because Jupiter has no surface, when you look at it by radar, it's totally invisible. You can only see the moon.
If Jupiter's got no surface, could you fall through it?
Weren't you listening? It's full of poisonous gases.
Yeah, but if I made my suit to protect me from the poisonous gases, then could I fall through it?
Well, no, because you'll get crushed by all the pressure.
Yeah, but if I also designed my suit to protect me from the crushing pressures?
Well, then you would melt from the heat.
Well, if I designed a suit to protect me from all the poisonous gases, I also designed my suit to protect me from the crushing pressures. Don't you think I would have designed my suit to protect me from the heat as well? Alan, what do you think?
Well, first of all you would fall through the clouds, then you would fall through some more clouds, then you would fall for a very long time, then you would fall through some more clouds. And once you made it through all the clouds and the atmosphere, your descent would slow down. Because all the heat and the crushing pressures turns all the gas into a super crucial fluid, where it's not a gas and it's not a liquid. You could feel like you were swimming through it, and at that point your descent would stop.
What, and just chill there?
Yeah, just chill, put your feet up and have a cocktail.
Sounds good.
It would take 3 weeks to fly around Jupiter by jumbo jet. It spins so fast it bulges in the middle. A day on Jupiter is 10 hours long. A year on Jupiter is 12 years long. Jupiter saves your planet and all the other planets from getting destroyed by asteroids. Because it has such a big gravitational pull, all the asteroids that would hit your planet get sucked into Jupiter.
What about the dinosaurs?
Well, I guess it was his day off.
Isn't that typical? On duty for thousands of years, you have one day off and an asteroid comes and destroys the place.
Yeah, similar to buses.
What, did 2 asteroids hit him that day?
Don't worry. In the middle of Jupiter is a very small rock core. Well, that's Jupiter, everyone. Next up, Saturn. This is Saturn. Saturn is another gas giant. Saturn is so big you could fit 800 Earths inside it. But because it's just gas, it would float on water. Like Jupiter, it has no surface and is covered in clouds. It also has another big storm on it, same as Jupiter. This one's in the southern hemisphere, and we've seen it raging since 1980. A day on Saturn is 11 hours long, but a year on Saturn is 29 years long. It has very thin rings, no bigger than 1 or 2 floors of a house. The rings are made up of very, very big boulders and fine dust and everything in between. The inside ring travels faster than the outside ring. Your scientists think that the rings are failed moons. Saturn has an icy moon spraying water out into space. Your scientists want to fly through it and get samples of the water to see if there's any life there. Well, that's Saturn, everyone. Next up, Uranus.
Hello, sorry to bother you. You have a phone call.
Who's that? I didn't know we had a secretary.
No, it's me. Oh, not you again.
Not you again, I thought you'd gone home.
Telephone rang, so I thought I'd answer it. It is for you. Why did you change voices? I can do many different voices.
Like this one, and this one.
Well, look, just stick with one, alright?
What are you still doing here? I was having a sleep in your changing room, and the telephone rang, so I answered it, and it's Cuthbert the Panda on the line for you. What are we doing in my changing room? Because Arthur's changing room stinks, and it doesn't have an ice bucket.
It's because the last ice bucket fell on me. I missed the end of the last show, didn't I?
Well, I did come in to look for you, but, well, I got a bit scared. I thought the bucket was a poltergeist, and I just ran out of the room. I was too scared to go in there the rest of the show. Anyway, the Panda is on hold.
Alright, thanks for letting us know. See you later, mate. Alright, bye.
Do you want me to hang around in case you get any more phone calls? No. Well, it seems to be getting a lot of phone calls. What would you done if I wasn't here to answer all the calls?
Someone else would have done it.
Are you sure? Yeah, quite sure, mate. Once I'm gone, I'm gone.
Want you to make like a sandwich and be off.
That's terribly rude. And it doesn't even make any sense. I thought it was make like a tree and, bark. What?
No, that's dogs.
Oh my god. Make like a tree and dog? That don't make sense. How stupid are you?
No, that's make like a tree and leaf it out.
Yeah, don't worry. I think I'm gonna go now. Okay, bye everyone.
Hang on,
Bye.
you can't go yet, wait.
We're talking about that dog thing.
Goodbye, Mr. Nelson. If you want to get rid of someone, speak rubbish.
Yeah, normally works. Alright, Cuthbert, mate. How you doing? Alright, mate. Just thought I'd give you a call.
Hi, Cuthbert.
Alright, Arthur, mate. Cuthbert, it's been nice speaking to you, but I'm in the middle of a show. I've just come back from a couple of auditions. Thought I'd let you know how I got on. How'd you get on with them then, mate? One was for a movie called English Polar Bear in New York. It's about a well-spoken polar bear. Goes a little bit nutty on the underground. I think they call it a subway over there, mate.
But you're not a polar bear. You're a panda bear.
Well, I dyed all my hair white for it. Oh yeah, that makes sense. The other one was for a movie called Lady and the Sphinx Cat. Shaved all my hair off for that one.
But your tail's really, really small.
Well, I got Derek to help me out with that.
Who, Derek the Snake?
Yeah, Derek the Snake. I ain't seen Derek the Snake for a long time. How's he? He's not actually speaking to me at the moment. Why, mate?
Why, mate?
Well, he woke up in the middle of the audition with his head up my bum.
Minging.
Poor Derek. They're a bit rude, actually. Hurt my feelings a little bit.
Ah.
Why, mate? They said I was the most obese cat they'd ever seen.
How's Jason?
Jason, yeah, he's alright. I still haven't seen him since he disappeared. Stupid cheater.
He's a leopard, not a cheater.
Is he what? He's a leopard?
But you known him all this time and you thought he was a cheater.
Oh, I always thought he was a cheater. That's why I don't play any board games with him. I thought, if you're a cheater, I ain't playing with you.
Say hello to Jason when you catch up with him.
Right, mate. Yeah, well, good luck on them. Yeah, cheers, mate. Alright, I better get going anyway. I better let you get back to your show. Yeah, I'll see you later, mate. Alright, take care. I'll see you later. Bye.
Alright, I'll see you later, mate.
Alright, I'll see you later, everyone.
Goodbye! This is Uranus. Originally it was called George, after King George III, King of England. But then they decided on Uranus, after the Greek god of the sky. Uranus is the only planet to be named after a Greek god. The rest of the planets are named after Roman gods.
So, what are all the other planets named after?
Well, we have Mercury. That is named after the winged god of travel. Then we have Venus, named after the god of love.
What about the Earth?
Well, the Earth isn't actually named after any god. Earth is Old English, and it just means the ground. Mars is named after the god of war. Saturn is named after the god of agriculture,
What's that?
the god of farming. Uranus is the god of the sky. Neptune, the god of the sea. It is the third largest planet in the solar system, the seventh planet from the sun, and it is made mainly of helium, same as the other gas giants. The clouds on Venus. The first layer of clouds are made of methane. The second layer of clouds are made of ammonia. The last layer of clouds is H2O, which is water, and the ice is made of ammonia. It has 27 moons and 13 rings, but the rings go from top to bottom instead of around the side, so Uranus looks more like a bullseye. Scientists aren't sure that if a meteor hit Uranus and tilted it on its side, or if it's the gravitational pull of Saturn and Jupiter tilting it on its side. North changes hemispheres every 20 years. It is a gas giant, but unlike the other gas giants, Saturn and Jupiter, once you get below the atmosphere, it's mainly made of ice. That is why it's known as the ice giant, but it still has no surface. Well, that's Uranus, everyone. Next up, Neptune. This is Neptune, which is another gas planet. Neptune looks similar to Earth because it's blue and has clouds. The atmosphere on Neptune is made up of hydrogen, helium and methane. It has a cloud system like Earth, but with wind speeds of 300 miles an hour. The clouds are made of frozen methane. Even though it's made of helium, scientists don't know why it's blue. It has the strangest winds. As fast as the storms are created, they are gone. Unlike Jupiter and Saturn, who have storms raging for many, many years. Like the other gas giants, it has no surface. Deep inside the planet, there is a chemical liquid ocean. Because of the pressures inside the planet, all the gases turn to liquid. There could be life swimming around the chemical ocean. The rings are clumpy. Some areas of the rings are very, very thick, and some areas of the rings very, very thin. Well, that's Neptune, everybody. That's the end of the tour. That means that's the end of the show. So I'll see you later, everyone. Bye-bye.
What? Hang on, mate. What are you talking about at the end of the show?
And we do the wrap-up, not you.
Does I do that? No.
No. What?
But you haven't shown us Pluto.
Well, I wasn't planning on going to Pluto.
Do you having a laugh, mate?
I can't show you everything in the solar system, it would take too long. Pluto's not a planet, it's a dwarf planet.
Which one of the 7 dwarfs was named Pluto?
The 8th one.
This has been the skankiest tour ever. We ain't seen no sun, and now we ain't gonna see no Pluto. I wanna see Pluto.
Well, Pluto's not a planet. I wasn't planning on going to Pluto.
Well, when I was younger, I thought I was a fish.
You thought you was a fish?
While I thought I was a fish, I was hanging around with some. And we all went to school together. And in this school, they taught me that Pluto is a planet. If they taught me Pluto was a planet, then it must be a planet. They wouldn't lie to you at school, would they?
Well, that means you went to school before 2006, because in 2006 it got declassified to a dwarf planet. Pluto's just an icy object that's come out of the Kuiper Belt.
Come on, bruv.
Okay, fine. I can see he's everyone's favourite. Here's Pluto.
That ain't Pluto. Well, yeah, it is Pluto, but that's a dog that the planet's named after.
The planet's not named after the dog. He's named after the Roman lord of the underworld.
Why has such a cute dog got such a menacing name?
Because Pluto the dog's got nothing to do with the planet. I don't know why the dog's called Pluto. Better than Chip, I guess. Ah, there must be something wrong with my computer. Sorry, I'll try again.
You having a draft, bruv? That's a geezer off a tenner.
I didn't understand that. I thought I had all your world's languages in my database. I don't seem to have that one. I can translate for you. He said, "Are you having a laugh with me, my friend? That's the man off the £10 note." And that ain't the geezer off a tenner.
Oh, ain't it?
Nah.
Come on, bruv.
Okay, well here is Pluto.
Woohoo, there she is, baby. There's Pluto.
Hello, and here is the news. 2 loaves of bread, 4 pints of milk, and a bottle of washing up liquid. Oh, sorry, someone must have left their shopping list on my desk. Here's the real news. Pluto is in fact pink. Scientists don't know why it's pink, because it's mainly made of dirt and ice. Pluto's not the only planet-sized object to come out of the Kuiper Belt. What Alan is showing you is another planet-sized object to come out of the Kuiper Belt. Including Pluto, there's in fact 5. Pluto is smaller than our moon. It's half the size of North America. It's minus 390 degrees on Pluto. If you had your hand exposed and you hit it with a hammer, it would smash like an ice cube. A day on Pluto is 6 days long, but a year on Pluto is 248 years. I hope you're not expecting any Christmas presents on Pluto. Pluto has 3 moons. Its main moon, Charon, is only half the size of Pluto, and Charon and Pluto have a strange orbit. Their faces are locked together, so they spin round at the same time. You could build a bridge between the 2 planets if you wanted. To get to Pluto, you have to do a slingshot round Jupiter. It takes only 9.5 years going that way. If you flew straight to Pluto, it would take 39 years. Well, that's Pluto, everyone. I'll now hand you back to Alan.
You weren't supposed to tell them about Pluto. You were supposed to tell them to evacuate their homes because there's an asteroid going to wipe out the planet in 3 days.
Oh, sorry.
So, why is Pluto not a planet?
Because a planet has to orbit a star.
But Pluto orbits the sun.
It also has to have enough mass to be round.
Round is not the proper scientific term.
Yeah, it is. Round or roundish.
Now, I know I've never been very good at shapes, but
It can't be a satellite or a moon either.
is it not a satellite of the sun?
No, it's in orbit around the sun. And even if it was a satellite of the sun, it still wouldn't be a planet, it would be a moon. It also has to have enough gravity to clear all the debris out around it.
Oh, right. Well, it has got a few moons. But how did it miss the Kuiper Belt next to it? Did it clean that up?
See? That's why Pluto got demoted. He's lazy. Well, that really is the end of the tour. Unless there's any random icy objects you want me to show you.
No, Alan, that's great. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks, Alan. And time for me to go. I'll see you later, everyone. Okay, see you later, Alan.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Alan. It's been most educational.
That's okay. So, where are you off to after the show? I was off to that moon, Titan. Yeah, that's it, Titan. I was off to go and check that out, see if my people can go and live there.
You can't move into our solar system, mate, unless you're gonna pay us rent.
Then I'm going off to explore the universe. Can we?
Have a round of applause for
For Alan!
What about me? You would have got lost without my GPS skills. Hey, what are you doing? Do not switch me.
Thanks, Alan.
Thanks, Alan.
I'll see you later.
Okay, bye-bye, everyone. I'll see you later. Well, sadly,
that really is the end of the show.
and we want to thank Alan again.
And we want to thank the band.
And we want to thank Mr. Nassagar. Thank you, Mr. Nassagar.
And thank you, audience. Thank you, everyone at home, for watching. And me.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Announcer.
We're gonna leave you with the band playing us out. We'll see you later, everyone. Goodbye. I'll get the credits. Now I can see my name and show my kids. So here's order. Oh good, I was first, I didn't just see my name first. The band's super genius. Why are they first? It shouldn't be them, it should be me. Mr. Announcer, super genius.
Excuse me. It says appearance order, and you didn't appear in it. You're just the voice.
Just a voice, just a voice. I'm the bounce on seat guy. I'm the most important person here. That's it. You don't know but how my feelings and be BCC all day long. I don't have to come here and look foolish, you know. I can go anywhere for that. That's it. I'm rage quitting. I'm taking my headphones off in sheer sadness. Pushing my microphone away.
Very angrily. I'm going. This is the last time you'll ever see me. Well, gentlemen, I bid you all good day. Hello, yes, me again. Sorry to bother you. I seem to have misplaced my car keys. I didn't leave them in here, did I?
Nah, they're not in
Well, they
here.
must be in here somewhere.
But they ain't.
Yeah, they must be here. Look, Oh, sorry, my mistake. I found them in my pocket. Right, gentlemen. This is where I bid you all good day. What's wrong with it? Oh, madam, I'm very sorry. I thought this was the exit.
Take one side step to your right, mate.
Right. Well, gentlemen, I bid you all good day. Good show.
Yeah, good show, mate. You know, I've got something on my mind. I don't really know how to say it.
What?
Well, you know tomato?
Yeah?
Is it a fruit or a vegetable?
Neither. It's a sauce.
Oh, good. I thought I might look a bit weird putting fruit sauce in my burger.
Thank you for watching.
If Mr. Announcer's just walked out, who's gonna do the end screen?
You'll have to do it.
No, I don't want to do it. I feel stupid. No one watches this channel. Who's gonna see ya? Oh yeah, alright then. What have I got to do?
You've got to tell everyone about all the other programme in 20 seconds.
How am I supposed to tell everyone in 20 seconds?
Well, it's in 4 seconds now because that's all you've got left.
No, I'm going home.
Wait, who's going to tidy up?